Welcome to Talking Heads on USA Global TV, starring the one and only wonderful Dr. Jacalyn. It's a prestigious place where world-class influencers and experts meet, and where you'll find the most trusted advisors and coaches for all things in life and business. Visit usaglobaltv.com to sign up for our newsletter, get the value you need, and be first in line to learn about events and giveaways and other valuable content. Connect with us. Email Dr. Jacalyn at usaglobaltv.com to talk about how you can become part of USA Global TV. That's USA Global TV, where the doctor is always in.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to USA Global TV and Radio. I'm Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck. I am the founder, president, and chief listening officer here at this network. And today, welcome to my Talking Heads episode. If you've been following me, this is my fourth episode. And each time we take a look at some role plays to look at human behavior and hopefully see some of ourselves and some of the errors that we've made in our own behavior and interactions with other people so that we can clarify them, rectify them, and listen at a higher level. And as you know, I truly believe when we're listening at a higher level, we are more able to find peace, deeper relationships, better connections, and more authentic conversations. If you would like to be featured in a role play, please do contact me. I'm always looking for people who are interested in volunteering their time to help other people. And you can contact me here by my email, jacalyn@drjacalyn.com. All right, thank you. So today in our 30-minute time slot, we are going to look at 3 different role plays. And I want to first just ensure that you realize these are role plays. These are not actual situations. However, our actors are doing these role plays because this is the type of behavior that many of us have exhibited at some time in our life, and we're probably unaware of how we were impacting the other person. So my goal in this Talking Heads series is to give you education and information so that it might be insightful for you to take a look at your own life and how you may be doing these same behaviors without even realizing it. So a big thanks to you for watching and taking this step to education and growing. I'm going to share my screen and then we'll take a look at the role plays. Role plays are always fun, aren't they? We're always glad saying, oh, I'm glad it's not me. I hope it's not me. All right, let's take a look. Okay, I'm going to increase the screen. And here we go. Again, these are role plays, and these are the names of the actors, Claudia and Alex.
I just feel like everything is over the place. I cannot bear anymore with nursing, honestly. I never should be, choosing nursing as my career. Honestly, I just don't know. What you think about this? What you think? I just need to make a decision. I honestly, I'm just feel so frustrated. So frustrated.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm worried about my own stuff. I don't know that I don't know what I don't know.
What you don't know? You are my friend, right?
I'm sorry. I'm worried about my own things. I have no idea. Just make a decision. Just make a decision.
Okay. Now, what do we notice in that role play? First of all, obviously they're not in the same room, right? But this could even be a telephone call that took place. So they were not facing each other. And that was on purpose because that's sometimes what happens. We have our back to someone and they're talking to the back of our head as though that ever is going to be conducive of having an effective conversation. So in this case, Claudia was discussing her concerns about whether or not she should stay in the nursing profession. And she was truly sharing her feelings and wanting Alex to really be there for her. But what did we notice in his behavior? He was kind of moving all over the place. He appeared to be very anxious. So I asked our actors to do this role play in this way to point out a few things. The first thing is When we are experiencing something in our own life, we are going through something. We can see that Alex is evidently going through something. That's what he's projecting. And yet we still feel that this is a good time for us to share what we have to share. So, based on what we saw in Alex's behavior, do we think that he's going to be receptive and be listening fully and be fully present? Does anyone think anything? If you're out there watching live, I would love to hear from you. So, the point is that every moment of every day, it is not possible for us to be there for someone else when we are going through something ourselves. That takes incredible strength and discipline and training, even to be able to put our own issues and our own feelings and our own emotions aside to be there for someone else. So, what I want you to remember is that just because you are living with someone, you are working with someone, you are in proximity with someone, and you're going through something, that doesn't mean that that person is able to put aside what they're feeling at that moment to be there for you. So we see in that role play that both people are frustrated. And this happens all the time in life because we're going through something, and instead of actually taking a step back, literally take a step back, take a deep breath, take the emotion out of it, and start to process it. Start to think about it. Start to look for solutions, and then reach out to someone else. Now, if you're in a stage in your life where you haven't done all the work that you potentially could be doing, so that you can manage things more initially, at least yourself, you may want to speak to someone, a counselor or a coach, or you may want to keep doing it the way that you're doing it and asking yourself, how effective is this delivery method that I'm using in my relationships? What feedback am I getting? What body language can I read from my significant other, from my business partner, from my family, whomever? Am I infringing upon their rights by sharing what it is that I have to share at that exact moment? So think about that. And I'm going to share my screen again, and we're going to go back to the role plays. Okay, now I'm going to take it back to the beginning, and I want us to watch this again. Now, I ask you to just look for the things that I pointed out and see if how you're feeling in your own body as you're watching this. Let's take a look.
Everything is over the place. I cannot bear anymore with nursing, honestly. I never should be, choosing nursing as my career. Honestly, I just don't know. What you think about this? What you think? I just need to make a decision. I honestly, I'm just feel so frustrated. So frustrated.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm worried about my own stuff. I don't know that you're. I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know.
What you don't know? You are my friend, right?
I'm sorry. I'm worried about my own things. I have no idea. Just make a decision. Just make a decision.
Okay, I'm going to stop it there. So, what do we see happening between the two of them? Claudia actually has her head down, right? Because she's so upset about this is a major decision in her life. And so instead of actually processing the steps needed to make a major decision, what does she do? She reaches out to her friend who's already in a state, we can tell just by his behavior. And she's looking for him to figure out what she's supposed to do. And what do I teach? If you've been following me, when you're an elevated listener, your role specifically is not to provide solutions. So She's looking to him to provide solutions. He's in no state whatsoever to provide a solution to her about this, and especially a major life decision. So, when we're making major life decisions like this, should I change my career? We are the ones who have to do the work. We're the ones who are going to be making the change or not making the change. And what happens when we ask other people? Obviously, we want our family, we want our partner, we want people in our lives to support us. But I guarantee you, for every person who tells you to do it, there's someone who's going to tell you not to do it. Just ask enough people and you'll see what happens. And at the end of the day, you have to make the decision yourself. Now, what happens when we ask other people for their opinions about our situation? Now they're giving us their feedback, right? They don't know all the facts. They don't know how it's going to impact you after you've made the decision to do it or not do it. And now you don't go along with what they suggested that you do. Now what happens? See that? Every time I tell you to do something, you never listen to me. What's the point of it? And now you have another issue with this person. So I'm really suggesting that it's more than just being an elevated listener or listening at a higher level. It's also doing the work yourself personally for that development and that growth so that you can make decisions on your own without depending on feedback from other people. I hope that makes sense. Okay, we're going to take a look at the next one, and I'm going to just bypass to another one. So hold on. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at this one. This is Alex again and Madeline Champ.
Tell me something you're working on. Like really, actually something you're working on, and I'll.
Okay. Well, I'm working on Star Child, which is a fairy animation, and a children's story that I wrote, which is about helping the world and having galactic fairy beings and cosmic beings coming from another world that come along to help several awakened human beings to light and love, because there's evil coming through. Are you listening to me?
I am, but why? That sounds silly.
It just seems that you're not listening to me.
But as a silly idea, like why would that be good? Why would anybody buy that? I wouldn't buy that. Like, do you think that's actually going to help people?
Well, because we're now in the 7th golden age, which represents the era of the soul, which is about love. Love just uplifts. Love is the key to life. Love is the key to everything. Don't you think? Don't you think that love is the key?
Sure, yeah, but I mean, why would anybody listen to you or read your book? And who are you? That's I don't know who you are. Like I'm your friend, but like if I weren't your friend, I wouldn't know who you are. Why would I read your book? And why would I care? I just don't think anybody's really going to care. I don't think it seems like something worth doing.
Whew, feel a pain in my chest on that one. I don't know about you. So, how many times does this happen? First of all, Madeline is talking about something that's near and dear to her. Again, these are role plays. Please let's remember. And Alex is not buying it. Right? We see him already, like his body language. We'll take a look at it again. His body language, the way he's positioned himself, he's not interested in this. This is a turnoff to him. And she's coming from her heart. She's sharing something that's really super important to her, and he's having none of it. I personally can think of so many times in my life, specifically in romantic relationships with men, where I was sharing something that was really important to me. And this is exactly the way I would get feedback. This is stupid. You're an idiot. Why would anyone want to do this, that, or the other? Why would they want to work with you? And it's really painful. And I asked Madeline afterwards, we had a chat, a debrief, how she was feeling. And she was hurt. Even though it was a role play, it was cutting. And of course, Alex was acting, but he was acting according to the role play that I created. And I created it because I want us to be aware. We feel that for some reason, we have the right to judge someone else. Now, in this scenario, Madeline was asking Alex to listen to what she was sharing. In fact, he even said, "Tell me something that you're working on. I'm interested." But was he really interested? No, it was not something that resonated with him. Now, we are a global community. We have different cultures. We do things differently. I think it's exciting. I think it's interesting, but not everyone feels that way. Some people feel that if you don't do things the way that they do them, if you're not the political party that they are, if you don't feel like this, that, or the other about healthcare, I could go on and on and on, that for some reason, they're better than you. Their opinion matters more than yours does. And we can see in this role play, I hope you can see it, the pain, the devastation that causes. So we don't have time to watch the rest of this role play. But what I want you to take away from this is the repercussions of our behavior. So in this role play, Alex giving his feedback that was not asked for and hurting Madeline with the feedback. So he can possibly, if he does this on a regular basis in the acting that he's doing, he could possibly walk away from this and never think about it again. But for Madeline in this role play, that'll stay with her. And that could be the screw that turned, that shuts down that creative energy that she is expressing. So I want us to all own up to the fact that we need to support each other. We don't have to like each other. We don't have to like what each other does or represents, but we need to respect each other and we need to listen. Now, in this scenario, when Alex is hearing something that he doesn't like, he could have easily kept it to himself and he could have taken the emotion out of it, right? Checked it at the door, so to speak, and just been a listener for someone else to share what's going on with them. So that was that role play. And I was going to have us watch it again, but it's too painful. So we're going on to the third one. Okay, here's the third role play. And let's see what you think about this one.
How are you doing?
I'm great, thanks. How are you doing? I love that smile on your face. You're glowing.
Yes, I finally found something that I really want to do. I decided to leave nursing, decided to leave completely my profession. And
yay!
I am going to become an actress.
Yes, an actress. This is
passed
fantastic.
Yes, I'm super excited, and I passed to one of the hardest auditions ever. I'm going to start on Royal Academy of Arts in London. Imagine!
Oh my gosh, this is so worth celebrating. Congratulations. Okay, I'm going to stop it there. Now, in this role play, do I know whether Claudia is making a good decision by leaving nursing and becoming an actress? I have no idea. And frankly, it's none of my business. But as an elevated listener, as someone with compassion and empathy, I'm going to be there and mirror her excitement. How many times have you been excited about something only to have the other person, like the last role play, the other person to pull the carpet out from underneath you and steal that moment of glory that you are celebrating because they think you're doing the wrong thing? So as I mentioned, I don't know in this role play if her becoming an actress is for the best, if she should stay as a nurse. How would I know? And what business is it of mine to even give that information out? Let's say she said to me, "Do you think I'm making the right decision?" Is it appropriate for me to say yes or no? Is it appropriate that I might influence her to make a decision that will affect the rest of her life when I have no knowledge whatsoever about what is good for someone else? No, I have no right doing that. Now, when someone comes to you and they're searching, they're seeking, they're basically begging for an answer, and you just want them to stop talking and to leave you alone. Maybe it's a decision someone's been grappling with. Maybe it's about losing weight. Okay, I'll put that out there, that your loved one is constantly talking about their weight, but yet they're never doing anything about it. Is it your place to tell them one way or another about what decision they should make? No. If they ask you, hey, what tips have you tried to lose weight? Or what's worked for you? Have you read any articles you could recommend? Those things are different than providing solutions for someone else. So, am I basically saying that it's never appropriate to provide a solution for someone? No, I'm not saying that across the board. I'm saying that as an elevated listener, as someone who's listening at a higher level, it is never appropriate to provide a solution. I'm also a certified coach. And as a coach, is it my role to give my clients a solution? Absolutely not. And when I work with my clients, I let them know from the very beginning, I will not be giving you a solution about what you should or shouldn't do. I'll be asking you powerful questions to ignite a response in you that comes up with your own answer. Why is that important? When we make a decision ourselves, we own it. We're responsible for it. We're accountable for it. When we make a decision based on what someone else told us to do, what happens? If it works out, great. If it doesn't work out, not so good. Now we resent the other person. Now we have anger. Now we have relationship issues. So, what I'd like you to take away from today as we close out are the following things. I provide education and my experience and expertise to help you be a better listener. You cannot be listening at a highly effective level all the time. Why? First of all, it's exhausting. I do it all week here on this platform. And second of all, we have things to do. So when you are listening at a higher level, please remember the visual, if you're a visual learner, of the role plays, that you saw here, the first two, and how the other person's comeback, the other person's unasked for judgment and solution affected the first person. These types of judgments can literally break down someone's self-esteem. If someone doesn't have the tools and the confidence to be able to put that invisible shield in front of themselves and say, hey, whatever you throw my way, it's just going to bounce back off on you. Not everyone has that. That can be devastating to someone. It can literally take a person's creativity, take their will to live, and diminish it. So please be careful of how you are showing up for other people, how your flip comment, maybe your practical joke, maybe your one or two sentence retort to someone can really hurt them. Maybe they're not going to tell you that it hurt them. Maybe they won't even show you that it hurt them. But trust me, you'll see the results at some point later in their life. It'll show up in a physical way, an emotional way. Something will happen, something will change in their life as a result of getting negative energy, low vibrations, and judgments from other people. So let's work together. Let's think about the last role play. Let's leave with that. Smiles on our faces, lifting people up. We don't know what's best for someone else. Let them make that decision themselves, but give them the respect and give them the opportunity to share without interjecting what we think about what they're sharing. If you'd like to learn more, I'd love to have you join me on my team of elevated listeners. It's simple to do. I've made it super easy. All you have to do is take a course. It's 2.5 hours long. It's called The Power of Listening. And I have a special going right now. You can use the coupon code LISTEN, and I'll let you know where you can take the course. We just had somebody join us yesterday, and now she's going to be a guest co-host on some of our shows. So you never know how these things turn out. But the price is affordable for most people. The time commitment is affordable for most people. And if you have issues with either of these, you can please contact me. Again, here's my email address, Jacalyn@drjacalyn.com. And I just want to show you the graphic so that you know what I'm talking about. It's The Power of Listening, Foundational Courses, Parts 1 and 2. These are available on several platforms. I'm super blessed that I have the ability to help people with this course on various platforms. It's available on the British School of Excellence. It's available on my website, drjacalyn.com. It's available on Thinkific. And I'm looking for here it is. No, that's not it. I'm still looking for where you can actually go to sign up. So if you are watching this show, you can go to http://drjacalyn.thinkific, and you can use the coupon code LISTEN, all capital letters, for savings. Once you take the course, you'll automatically be prompted to take a 7-question quiz, which I've been told is very easy. And I made it easy because I tell you during the course, this question is going to be on the quiz. And then you get your certificate. And after you get your certificate, I will feature you on my website, which is drjacalyn.com. Your certificate as well as your headshot will be there. And then I will put it all over my social media platforms that you are an elevated listener and people should want to do business with you because you are listening at a higher level. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're coming right back with our next show, which is the United Kitchen. So thanks for following me. I really do appreciate it. And I'm super excited to announce that I'm officially in addition, I told you as the founder and president of USA Global TV, I am the Chief Listening Officer. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.